Today, Costaris Group represents some of the world's most expensive luxury automobile brands.
Welcome to Costaris Motors. Costaris Motors is one of the subsidiaries of Costaris Group, and here we are in one of the brands that Costaris Motors represents in Nigeria. As you could have seen, we are proudly a representative of so many globally recognized and respected iconic brands. And here we are in the BMW showroom, and it's as good as we are in Germany, in Munich, Germany. So this is BMW, where we also exclusively represent BMW in Nigeria. We give you the 360 degrees experience. And these are some of the wonderful machines we have in the showroom.
One distinctive attribute about Cosmas is in his appetite for risk in business.
Part of the crazy idea was that I told my brother that we need to incorporate our business. He told me, how much do we have to incorporate our business? Because in Igbo land, the conception people have about limited liabilities, after you have money, you are very wealthy, then you take a limited. Limited is like a crown. But my idea is that is the way to go. We need to get structured to be able to compete. We need to put all the things that is required. So he didn't get to see with me. I wanted us to venture into importation. Basically, he think I was overambitious for his liking, and that I'm going to lead him to crisis. People do not know. I keep on saying that if people understand the way life is, your creative ability is 80% within your primary school to the point of secondary school. When you enter secondary school to university, your creating ability is only remaining 30%, is within 30%. By the time you finish university, your creating ability is not more than 12%. That's why success, you make yourself when you are young. Go and check 90%, 86% of successful people discover it between the age of 12, 14 to 25. By the 30, you're already in a borderline. Anything, if you're going to be a doctor and you are not a doctor by you haven't entered school to start reading medicine by 22. You don't enter university at 35 to become a medical doctor. So it's not like it cannot be done, but I'm saying the chances are limited. You can still be a billionaire at 80 years, but very rare, maybe 0.001%, because your strength, your thinking capacity, your development of mind, your energy, all the strength you have are within this level. And that is the time you are not afraid of death. You can somersault. Anything you see your age mate do, you would like to do it. You don't care about the consequences. By the time you are 30, 35, you become afraid of death. There are risks you don't want to take. So if you don't somersault within this age period, please don't try it at 25 today, because you are going to have a spinal cord injury. Your body is not even flexible enough to believe that if you swing it, that it will happen. And it's simple. About 15 years ago, I was in my house in Columbus, Ohio, and my children were playing in this skate. And I tried to climb the skate. I didn't know I have 4 legs. I had to put my 2 hands on the ground for them to come and remove the thing in my leg. But I see them swinging the thing. It was so nice. So I thought I will get on top of it and do the same thing with them. It's not so. Once you pass that age, you cannot do it. The story goes that after my uncle settled me, I was based in Nnewi. I started working hard. I was very determined individual because I had a goal that I have to achieve, and that I restrict myself by that vision. I choose friends that I need to have. Anybody that come close to my life that I see who will derail me from that vision is not a friend I want to keep. So I don't join boys who play draft. I don't join boys who go to club. I don't join boys who sneak out to go to movie in the night, because all of those things will not support the goal I set for myself. So I live a very narrow life by my vision. Vision is also a source of discipline. When you have a clear vision, you don't get to a bookshop and looking for books to buy and spend 3-4 hours. You know precisely what book you are looking for. You go to the shelf and pick it and walk away. So I started working very hard, pay good attention to my things that matters for me. I've learned in school of life, and I will digress. When we were small, I was living with my grandparents. Sometimes my grandparents, my grandmother will leave and put some yam to be cooked. All the other children will be playing. Nobody want to go and fetch firewood to cook this yam. You just cook a yam and get red oil with a salt. There is a meal. But we won't do it. We'll be praying. You see one person who will take the initiative to go and cook the yam. Once it is done, it's on the fire, everybody will run around. And those who never participate want to get the big chunk of the yam. And that's the problem we still have today. People are not willing to tax themselves, but are looking for instant gratification. They are looking for a ready-made things, but they spend their time wasting it praying. But a man with vision doesn't do that. Vision helps you to know you are in a position of leadership. You are going to create something other people will take part of. You are going to cook food, and when you finish cooking it, everybody will eat. It's not ambition. Ambition is only for yourself, but vision is inclusive. It brings every other person in, but you are looking forth for other people. So myself and my senior brother eventually parted way for thinking I was overambitious, that, I have some crazy idea. By the time we parted way, my total capital is less than 400 naira, about 365 naira. With this 365 naira, I was more than ever determined. I'm already clocking 17 by this time, and I'm looking at the goal I set, 3 more years to go. I work tirelessly. There's no night in my calendar, in my day. I work almost 24 hours. When I did the apprentice, I did research in informal way, the kind of thing the people do in university, but not the way they did it in university. Trying to learn what component in this model of vehicle that will fit the other vehicle. Keeping a track of all of those information, because information gives you strength, gives you opportunity that other people do not know. So these informations I have is like additional capital that I have. So this knowledge I have helped me that some of my competitors kept merchandise in their shops but they don't know all the vehicle that require that merchandise. So with my small capital and few things I have, I was not only selling my goods, but I'm selling the things that is in their store with more margin than they are making, because they are selling something in a packet with the part number of the packet, but the real content of what is there, they do not know what vehicle that is fit. So if there is a ball bearing in a packet and the packet show that is Peugeot 504, I knew already that in that packet, that ball bearing that is there, the part number of it is 6301, and 6301 will work in a front wheel of Volkswagen. And somebody get to his store, ask him he need a front wheel bearing of Volkswagen. He say he doesn't have it. And the man will come to my store. I need a front wheel bearing of Volkswagen. I say I have it, because I knew this guy have front wheel bearing of Peugeot 504. He said, what is the price? I will give him a price that is so high, but because what is important in merchandising is availability comes first before affordability. The price we are selling things is a material. If it's not available, nobody can have it. But if it's available, then you can begin to talk about the price. He had gone everywhere looking for this bearing and people don't have it. When the man agreed to pay me, I will take the money. The store of my neighbor is by my left here, my right. I will go through the left, run through the back corner of the place, get somewhere, ask somebody to go to this guy's store and bring me front wheel bearing of Peugeot. When he bring the front wheel bearing of Peugeot and give it to me, I will remove it from the box, because I don't want the man to see Peugeot on it and start making argument. And the man said, well, I said, it's not about the box. You are buying bearing. Go and fit it. If it doesn't fit in your car, come back and take your money. 100% satisfaction guarantee. Now, this guy could have sold that bearing for me 5 naira, and I could sell it for 30 naira. In the 5 naira that he's selling it, will he have been making more than 10% or 20% margin? And here I'm selling it with 300% margin. And I'm building my capital from there. Part of the things I wanted to achieve in life is to get enough capital. So discipline I have learned during my apprenticeship make me to recapitalize every money I have back into my business. Major problem many young people have today is from childhood, their parents never taught them saving. Saving is a prerequisite for anybody to be successful in life. And you don't learn saving when you are in university. You learn savings from the age of 6 years to 12 years. It doesn't happen anymore. Those days, our parents bought small box, molding box. My parents didn't do that for me. What I did when I was doing apprenticeship for my uncle is that I took a can of milk. In the village, we open it with a nail. So it has small hole. But I would try to cut a hole in the middle. That hole is to be able to put money. So the money is going into the bucket of milk, but I can't get it out until after 1 year. While I was doing apprenticeship, one day my uncle saw that can of milk and opened it and find out that I already had, you won't even remember how much that you are putting there. So while I was doing apprenticeship, my uncle usually give me 9 pence for my feeding money. Out of that 9 pence, every 9 pence I would take 3 pence and put inside that bottle of milk. One bottle, when it fill, I take another, I open another one. If I go and buy food for somebody, he ate, and left some leftover for me, I ate, I will take the total 9 pence and put into it. So part of my apprenticeship taught me saving, ability to manage resources. In economics, they tell you resources is limited in nature. It's not in plenty supply. So if you can manage it well and deploy it, you cannot imagine where you need to go. So after my uncle gave me this money, the best thing for me now is to build a capital. And that's the first test. When you claim you are an entrepreneur creates capital. It's a builder of capital. You are a creator. You make it to come. I started building it because I knew if I have enough money, I will be able to expand my business and grow it. By the age of 19, I was already living in 3-bedroom apartment of myself. My uncle took the money. He thought I stole his money. Actually, he didn't just take the money, but he reduced my feeding money to 6 pence. He said he didn't know 6 pence will feed me, and he was giving me 9 pence. And that's why I'm telling you, the discipline in apprenticeship you can't get is the best military training you will have. And you don't complain because disobey the last command. There was no contractual agreement. Nothing is written. All my uncle need to do is to get angry and send me back to the village. The only thing I have is to take my rope and start climbing pantry and cutting pantry from people and collecting 3 pence. That's the only thing that will be left for me. So I have to keep quiet, live in obedience, hoping it's going to set me up. Already he has given me good life that I don't even bother about 3 square meals every day. He clothed me and fed me, and is also educating me. So that in itself is enough. In addition, that if I do this thing faithfully well, that I'm going to start up something. So is that capital he gave me was everything I have. I had nothing elsewhere. That's what I joined my senior brother. In fact, my senior brother told me when we were setting up, he said he had made so much before we start. Let's set it aside. When I brought 200 naira, this is where he is. Let's see what we make. That is what we are going to share. All of us, even though we are from the same parents, we all think business like, making sure that nobody take advantage of each other. So I was able to build capital, own my own apartment. I wasn't living in my father's house or my mother's apartment. By 1819, I was in a church. I won't say I wasn't a billionaire. I don't have 50,000 naira. I don't have money still has some value then, but maybe within 15, 20,000, I wouldn't have had any money more than that. But I was living in 3 bedrooms apartment. Money still has value then because you buy Nissan Datsun 800,000, Mazda panel van 1,300, Peugeot 504 3,000 something. Nigeria economy was still good because naira was $2 by then, $1.88. Okay. I was in church. We were singing song. I saw this beautiful young lady. She always smiled. But when she smiled, I don't know if other people see it. I see stars in her eyes. It greet her. Beauty is in the eyes of the person that is beholding it. So these stars get into my body. And one day I just raised my hand up. Everybody think I was praying. I said, Lord, I claim her in the name of Jesus Christ. She's going to be my wife. Incidentally, we came from different class of life, so to say. He had a family that are middle class family, but mine was non-entity. Before me, I came and started growing up. Nobody was a graduate in my family. So we all considered never do well. Okay? But already they have produced 2 doctors in their family, own hospital, not working for people, own hospital in the village. And I'm eyeing one of the eye. That's why the other time we talk, I told you it's like an area boy looking at the Adenuga's daughter and having ambition to take her as a wife. But I'm a very determined individual. I do not think many people at my level will even have courage to approach this lady to talk to her. Let's start about talking to her parents. I want to tell her, you will be my wife. You know, I love you. I like you. I like the way you carry yourself and all of that. Of course, a real lady that have common sense will ask you, where are you taking me to? Any lady who just married a man because he tell you you love him, something may be wrong with that lady. It's not because you need to guarantee a safety of a lady. So she asked me, where am I taking her to? I shared my vision with her. A woman comes in a man's life to help a man accomplish his vision. That's what God created. He said, a helpmate. The lady come to help the man. But if the lady shows up in a man's life and the man is doing nothing, the lady is confused. The lady is depressed. The lady is frustrated. Because I come to help this man to achieve something, and I find that he wasn't doing nothing. So she's devastated naturally. So I said, listen, trust me. We are going to be great and people will envy us. This is where we are going. And I made a believer out of her. She bought into my vision and agreed to give me her hand in marriage. But this is unbelievable for her parents and family. So they thought she went insane, that this is not something that is doable. So this made her uncle to shot me, 3 times and almost kill me. So, but when you are determined to get something, you pay the price. You don't care whatever happened. The bottom line is that I succeeded finally to get Charity to be my wife. And indeed, like my vision, I wedded her in September 23rd. This last month, about 3 weeks ago, was our 42nd marriage anniversary. I was to turn 20 on December 24 that year. So 3 months more. I marked it in my diary. First vision accomplished. Second vision is to have a son by 21. The duty of a man is to get married and make love to his wife. Child coming is not his job. It's God that will give the child. Nothing more you can do out of that. But God, who knew that he would be not work in the program and vision he has for my life, knew these 2 kids having baby and start managing it. So she shut the womb and baby didn't come. So we could focus. So my wife joined me and we started building Costaris. I focused on my second vision. By 22, I passed Old Oka Road in Onitsha. I saw a Volkswagen wagon, Passat. If you come to my house, I'll show you the picture. And you see me under 23, standing by it. I went to negotiate it and bought it. and make it up. It has 3,000 kilometers, so it's almost brand new. The second vision accomplished. And I had a car before 23. It was clear in my mind. I do not just only believe what I'm going to do. I speak it. I say it to people, because until you speak it, you never believed it. Anything you are afraid to say, that is the first sign of unbelief. You are not sure it will happen, because you are afraid, if I say it, what happens if it doesn't happen? People will laugh at me. I told my wife where I'm going to be in life. I told people around me. They didn't make people to love me. They hated me with passion, because some of the things I said did not comprehend with a way out of this world. I remember, even while I was still doing apprenticeship, working for my uncle, I was to go to Nnewi to go and buy a merchandise. Walking from Moyumbo bus stop to Ido motor park to enter motor, somebody was walking with me. I passed AG Leventis building. It was one of the tallest buildings then. I pointed at it. I said, one day I'm going to make a building like this. The man by myself cocked my head, because this is a boy going to enter night motor. This night motor that I'm going to enter is not luxurious bus. It's what we call awala awala. This awala awala is Mercedes 911, where you put a bench and you sat on that bench. Nothing is fixed on it. If you enter a gallop, it throws you up and you fall on the ground of the motor. That's the kind of motor I'm going to enter, and I'm already dreaming making that building. But you see, one thing about vision is that if it's a real vision, it will take a test of time and it can become a reality. To the fact to it, if anybody wants to know, the first building I ever made in Lagos was not in Ajegule. It was not in Surulere. It was not in Ikeja. It was in Victoria Island, Adiola Odeko. You go and check Costaris Plaza and compare it with the building of AG Leventis. That vision creaked. And I wanted to do exactly something like that. It took time. A vision is appointed to speak, although it may tarry, but it must surely come to pass. Few things I've already learned made me believe everything that I have believed for. Whether it took 30 years or 40 years, if it never happened, never made me to drop it that it will never happen again. Let me get back to my story that I bought my car. My wife was in the car, in the front seat of my car, going somewhere with me, with my mother in the back seat of the car. And in our journey to where we are going, it came on me, because what I digressed was power of vision and speaking your vision. And in the car, I said, wow, 2 more years, I will be a millionaire. And that was not my mother. This beautiful woman, strong woman that was also uncomfortable with my proclamation. When I go to speak to young people in school and in college, I always tell them, never for the fear of controversy deny your experience. It doesn't matter how misunderstood you are. As a matter of fact, anybody that's going to be successful in life, one of the first prerequisites is willingness to be misunderstood. If you want everybody to understand you, agree with you, you will never amount to anything in life. My mother said, please, Cosmas, please. He told me please 3 times. I said, Mom, what's the problem? He said, this your boasting turned my stomach. I said, boasting? He said, yes. You don't know what 50,000 is. You are talking about $1 million. And please don't say that again so that we go for this journey in peace. I said, Mom, I didn't insult you. I just told you what I'm going to do. 2 more years, I will be a millionaire. My mother said, if you say that again, I will get out of this car. Because I was also a strong man, she gave birth to me. I stopped the car. I wasn't waiting for her. I went the owner's seat side. I went close to her ear. I said, 2 more years, I will be a millionaire. She opened the door of the car and get down. I entered the car, started. My wife said, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, you want to get down also? You get down. If you don't. I drove away. I left my mother. When you have a vision, a clear vision, you are close to a mad person.